Okay, I did a stitch, basically talking about integration. But one thing that I forgot to tell you, what is integration? Right now, I am coaching a young lady that has been struggling with trichonoma, and that's where they pull their hair. She's been going through this since she was probably 8 years old. We have been working about 2 years. Now she has a full head of hair. She's vibrant. This is the best way I can say what integration is like. You must go back to the zone. That is the zone of where the tragedy happened to your soul. It could be as young as an infant. Your body will remember. It could be old as like 20 or 30 or 40, 50. But what this is your body storing the experience because you didn't know how to heal the action that was put upon you. So, the one thing I told my client during some very heavy times when she was struggling, and I will say this to you: get away from the distractions, get away from friends, family, light a candle, make sure your house or your space is really clean. If you need to take a bath, take a bath. If you need music while you're taking a bath, take a bath. Play the music. Take as long as you like. You see, because while you're in that water and you close your eyes, it'll bring you back to your mother. The embryonic fluid that lied within your mom before you even came into the world. It will take you back there and you'll begin to have an onset of memory. Because once we choose our parents, a lot of times the birthing process is so dramatic, we forget where we came. So one thing I told her, go to the injury, and her injury was when she was 8 years old. You must go to the injury that has held itself in your chakras, hostage your soul. And you must meet eye to eye with it. I told her after she prepared her body by surrendering. Because when you surrender, your cortisol comes down. If you notice in surrender, you won't be clenching your teeth. You won't feel like your jaw's feeling like really uptight. Release yourself from the stress of the injury. You may think it's the everyday thing, scheduling, job. No. It's the injury that plays itself out year after year after year. So no matter what you do, you can have the best job in the world, but you won't be happy doing it. because you haven't healed the inner child. So, man or woman, however you want to get into that state, you want to get into that state that you're just totally relaxed. And what I'm going to say, most times it's very hard for men to go here. This is very difficult for men. I don't know women, I don't know. For women, it's really different. But you have to think of that child at the first of injury. And you must feel all the essence of that time. Allow yourself to accept that past. Allow yourself to accept that child that was in the past. Because what you're doing right now when you accept, you're literally rewiring your mind. And many times you don't know how deep the injury is until you begin to heal it. It could be generations rooted. So this is a very difficult process. So as she gets out of the tub and I tell her, spend time with that 8-year-old self. And when you're spending time with that child, you may feel like you just want to fall. You just want to lean into the hurt. You want to lean into the anger. You want to lean into the hopelessness, and that's okay. Because you need to feel all sorts of emotions in order to heal. I know when I was working on myself, I would shut everything down. And I'll play my favorite music that heal my soul, because music has a frequency that literally comes inside of you and brings joy. So even when I was in that state, I would ball up like that little child. And I would see her in my mind's eye. And I would cry with her. You need to align yourself with the younger you. And in this journey, you will realize the younger you was your higher self trying to connect with you. And when it's connected to you, now you're living in your higher self. Now you're living in the true, authentic you. And you can stand tall spiritually inside. And I'm not saying that if you do this once that it's one and done. This is a process. But trust me, this process will change your life.